Ladies and gents, welcome to today's video. I hope you're all well, good, staying out of the sun, and if you are in the sun, applying plenty of sunscreen, because dear God, that stuff can burn you. Before we get started, guys, if you like what you see, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. Make sure you do subscribe, guys, because tomorrow I have an absolute treat of a video for you. I will be attempting to break in, or at least get as close as possible to, a theme park, something completely different to what I usually do on this channel, but still, we're going to have a go. So today we're talking about the announcement or non-announcement or scheduled release of an article in a games magazine that's going to make everyone freak out, apparently, regarding Sega and the announcement that will rile up the games industry, apparently. What we're going to discuss today is some of the things that could be announced, or some of the things that could be referenced, or I don't know. I would not be surprised if this turns out to be something completely underwhelming and disappointing, but I'm really hoping it's not. So let's have a look at the possibilities. So the first one is, could this be some sort of exclusivity deal? Man, that is a mouthful, with Microsoft, as in games, IPs, things like that. Is it a case of Microsoft receiving all Sega releases in the future, or Sega making certain IPs available to Microsoft only? It's possible. For that to happen, there would be, I think, a big money deal. Microsoft paying Sega a lot of money for that to happen. But really, are Sega IPs worth a lot of money these days? With the exception of Sonic the Hedgehog, maybe Football Manager, a few others, are Sega games worth a lot of money these days? As we all know, Sega doesn't really delve into its back catalogue very often. Recently we've had the newly released Streets of Rage 4, but that wasn't actively developed by Sega. So I don't know, I really don't think it's that. Could it be a follow-up to the Mega Drive or Genesis Mini? A really well-reviewed console. In fact, a lot of people said it was the best of all the mini consoles that came out. There were a few completely tosh ones. I'm looking at you, PlayStation Mini. But I also don't think it's that. I think a mini console release, a mini Sega Saturn, a mini Dreamcast, wouldn't rile up the games industry. To be honest, it's probably quite expected, considering that the Mega Drive Mini sold so well. And then that leaves us with maybe the third possibility, that is it a buyout, a takeover of Sega by Microsoft, which I doubt. Granted, that would be a game-riling announcement, but large corporate takeovers make a lot of noise, and I think we would have heard something before an article gets released in Famitsu magazine, to be honest. So I don't think it's a massive takeover of Sega by Microsoft. So the fourth option is it Microsoft releasing the new Xbox Series X under the Sega name? Or is it Sega actively having a hand in the promotion of the new Xbox? Could be, hopefully. I think that would be the best solution or the best outcome for everyone. Now, before you say, whoa, that is definitely not happening. No way will that ever happen in a million years. Well, it's not the first time that Sega farmed out their name for other companies' products. If you just look at the complete tripe that At Games used to release under the Sega name, it's not as far-fetched as you think. It's really well known that Microsoft has struggled massively getting purchase in Japan. The Xbox One family of consoles, including the X and the S, have sold a total of just over 100,000 units in Japan in their entire lifetimes, which is abysmal compared to things like the PlayStation 4 and the Switch. I think even in 1 week, Microsoft managed to sell just one Xbox One X console. Now that's just one for the entire country, which is insane. And I'd really like to meet that person who bought the one console. Surely the guy's famous. Stepping away from the games industry completely, the rebranding and marketing and promotion of products under other company banners happens all the time. You see it in the car industry, you see it in the electronics industry. So maybe this is the most likely outcome. Now, would Sega redesign the box? Would it look different from Microsoft's version of the Xbox Series X? Or would it be the same with just a Sega logo slapped on top? Now, that may be completely impossible considering the complex design of the console, but maybe a different spec shell. Who knows? To be honest, we haven't got long to wait to find out. It's now the 2nd of June. The announcement, I keep calling this an announcement. It's not an announcement. The reveal of whatever Sega has said in Famitsu magazine is just a couple of days away, so we don't really have long to wait to find out. So what do you guys think? Please leave your suggestions, comments, ideas in the comments below, and I will catch you next time.